What up, y'all? Welcome back to yet another episode of Luis de la Poston Feliz. This morning has been full packed of reviews. The first model I reviewed was that school bus, and then my loafers that I have on. Can y'all see that? And then I did the garbage trucks, and then I did the Disney's Cars keychain. So, I had something that y'all must own. This is the Garbage Scout. Woo! Now, again, big thank you to my mom, for this awesome little model, this awesome toy. Now, and I say toy because, this is not based on anything in particular, but it does take inspirations from other dumpster delivery trucks. But this would be but the real ones are either on a Ford or a Chevy chassis. But this is a generic cab, generic body. But gonna show you guys what you get. So up front, I was gonna say no tail, no headlight. Is it? Oh no, no headlight print. Now again, this is a value-packed model. This is now. So bear this in mind as I'm showing you guys around. This is a $1 vehicle. You're gonna sacrifice details. You're gonna have to sacrifice detail of prints and functionality. But what lacks in details and functionality, it makes up for, makes up for having a dumpster. But you do have your clearance lights there. Now, they're not painted on. There's not a lot of prints on the, clearance lights. And there's no interior. Again, we're comparing this, mano y mano, like Joe Radio always says. We're comparing apples to apples, not apples to grapes. That would not be a good thing. But this is a dandy of a model. Now, even though it doesn't have a lot of detail, it rolls. The cab is metal, but the back here, the apparatus is, these arms are plastic. So keep this in mind. If you want an all metal casting, you're gonna have to pay dearly for it. But this is comparing this to a Hot Wheel. This is a dandy here. So looks super cool. Now check out this dumpster. It is large enough to put some little knickknacks, like for example some chocolates or M&Ms. But the only thing about that does not work, that some people have issues with this dumpster, there's no holes. There's no hole, which means it doesn't work with the working rigs dumpsters. this is this is kind of the proprietary dumpster that it has, that this Garbage Scout has. But it does have wheels. Doesn't roll, but this looks like a real dumpster, but it doesn't have a lid. So you can add your own logo here, like waste management, or something of that nature. This is more of a value packed, punch, comparing it to, some of the higher end models. So there you guys have it. Make sure you guys comment, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.